Hello everyone, it's Gigi and I have some project shares for you guys today. I'm gonna show you what I used and then I'll show you the card. So first I made a slimline card and it's a interactive card. So first I used this lawn fawn called Special Delivery and it looks like this. It is so cute, guys. So I used the owl. It is really cute. And I used the coordinating dies. And then I used this add-on called the Special Delivery add-on. So you can use the boxes and the lift right here. So like they're carrying it up. And then it also has some more messages and these little hearts, so cute. And then I also used the dies for that. And then I used the Waving Pull Tab Starter Set. So this is what gives it all the action that you'll see. I also used this MFT Tag Builder set. All I used was this for the banner. And then I used Trinity Stamps standalone die set, the Slimline series, the Scalloped. And I used the large one as well as the smaller one. These make such beautiful cards. Okay. I also used some Candied Apple Distress Oxide, and I used my little Pink and Main tool, the brush, the little 1-inch brush to achieve my desired application. I also did some heat embossing and I used my Wagner tool. Guys, this is such an awesome tool. If you can afford it, I would grab one. In case you're curious what I use for my heat embossing, right now I'm using this embossing and watermark by Hero Arts the Clear, and I'm really liking it. It's really nice. And I used the Simon Says Stamp Fine Detail White, and this works really well. I also use, when I'm heat embossing, I use this EK Tools powder, and I really love this. I also, for my project, I use this Copic Opaque White, and I use this in a lot of my projects for splatter. And all I do is I put this on an acrylic block, I spray it with some mist, and then I use a paintbrush and I flick it onto my project. And then lastly, I used this Sparkle Sheer Shimmer Spritz. And I love this stuff. So let me show you my first card. So this is how it turned out. I think it turned out so cute. Right back here, I used some vellum, which is hard to believe that it is, but it is. It's so pretty. And this is how it turned out. And let me show you how it works. So here's your tab up here. And if you watch his wings, they move. Isn't that adorable? So this one is for my husband for Valentine's. And then on the inside, I've left it blank. I just added a mat. I just love it. I hope he loves it. So for my next card, I didn't use much products. So I used these Tim Holtz dies. They're called Stacked Decal, and I used the largest one. Then I used these Lawn Fawn cuts. I am not sure of the name. I'm gonna have to open it. It doesn't say on the back. I guess they're on the front. Maybe not. Huh. Okay, well, let me just show them to you. They're these hearts. Here is the item number if you're interested. I don't see a name for them. So I used those. I used this MFT painted prints, and I used these two stamps up here, the stems. And then I used this tiny little bit right here, and I used that for leaves on the stems. Then I used the Stamps of Life ribbon in this pink, and then I used some stickles called Frosted Lace. And this is what I came up with. It's a simple card, but I think it came out really pretty for Valentine's. And then I stamped Happy Valentine's Day on the inside, and I put another heart. And let me show you the stamps that I used for the Happy Valentine's Day. I used this stamp set by Tim Holtz, and it says Happy Valentine's Day right here. And the name of this Valentine's Day stamp set is called Things Talk. So that is my second card. So the next card I made, I used the following. I used some sequins, some adhesive sequins by Jelly Bean Soup, and they're in red. They're already adhesive, which is nice. Then I used some stitched rectangles set 2 from Pink and Main. I used these oval stitch circles from CC Designs, and they don't have a name. I used these Spellbinders Nestabilities big scalloped ovals, large it says. They look like this, and you get 5, and I used the largest one. I used a piece of paper from this Matte Stack DCWV Cider Woods, and I used this wood grain right here. I used this twine here from the Dollar Tree. It's just a brown twine, or a khaki. I used some distressed oxide again, and I used the candied apple. I used the Stampin' Up! Darling Donkeys, and I used this guy right down here. And then I used the sentiment, Hey There Friend. And this is what I came up with, guys. I love that donkey. I colored him up with Copics. And I just matted the inside. And I thought he turned out so cute. So for the next card, I used a kit from My Favorite Things. It's an old kit called X's and O's card kit. Did I use the stamp set at all? Yes, I did. Okay, so here is the X's and O's stamp set. Here is the die set. It's the square window frame dynamics, and that's what I used. Then I used the window frames, the pouches, and then I also used the tic-tac-toe in the white, and also the X's and O's in the white. Okay. Then I used my favorite things, the sweet stack, and I used this piece of paper right here. And here is the card. And if you can see, they all move in there. And it says hugs and kisses. And then when you open it up, it says you be hugs and I'll be kisses. Happy Valentine's Day. And I thought that turned out cute. So that was that card. Next, I no longer have this stamp set, but I will show you what I used. I used this Gina Marie Design Stitched Heart set. And then I used this Bow Bunny called All Occasion Sentiment Dies. And I used these hearts right here and this heart over here. And I couldn't find the paper pad. And the stamp I used was from the Stamps of Life. It was the turtles. But this is the card I made, and I colored it up with Copics. And I just matted the inside. And it says, I shall always love you. I kind of regret selling it, guys. It's cute. But one of you, I'm sure, is enjoying it. So that's all that matters. Okay, so next, I used the Things Talk by Tim Holtz again, and I used that Happy Valentine's stamp. Actually, no, I didn't. I'm sorry, guys. I used this one. I used this Stamp Timber Tiny Words, and this one was from what year? 2018. And I used the Hugs and Love. Then I used this 3D Textured Impressions. And this one is called Confetti Hearts. And I got this one last year at Hobby Lobby. Then I used this CC Designs Razzle Dazzle Shiny little enamel dots. Then I used some inks, and I used my little ink blending tool. I used Carved Pumpkin. Then I used the Stamps of Life in Banana. I used it in Ocean. I used it in Strawberry. And I used it in Kiwi. Let me move this out of the way. And this is what I came up with. And I popped it up. And it was kind of a simple card, but I think it's pretty. And then I matted the inside. So a clean, simple card. Okay. I have 2 more cards for you guys. So this next one, I use the CC Design square stitched die. Then I use 2 paper pads. I used Main Squeeze. And guys, I actually cut into a Maggie Holmes and it felt liberating. So I used Bloom by Maggie Holmes. I used Weathered Wood Distress ink. And then I used another die. Where did it go? Hold on one second, guys. I did a repeat of a die. And now I don't know what I did with it. Okay. And then I used this one again from Lawn Fawn. And this is what I came up with. So I popped the hearts up on dimensionals. I did the Happy Valentine's Day from that Tim Holtz stamp. I'd used that weathered wood around the square. And then on the inside I inked that up also. I think with some spun sugar. Maybe I went a little darker. I don't remember. But I did a double square with that one. So you could leave a sentiment. Or leave your words. I thought that turned out really cute. Okay, so the last card I did, I used this Simon Says stamp, Cottontail Wishes. So the last stamp I used was Cottontail Wishes from Simon Says stamp, and it looks like this. Really, really cute stamp set for Easter. I used an MFT stencil called Mini Cloud Edges. I used a Simon Says stamp stencil called Grassy Edges. I used my Pink and Main 1-inch tool. I used my Distress Oxide tumbled glass. I forgot to get out the green that I used. I used my Zig Clean Color Real Brush watercolors. And I used my water brush detailer tip by Tim Holtz for the watercoloring. And I used these pom-poms in white, and I cut it in half. I did some heat embossing again, and I used the Fine Detail White by Simon Says stamp. And again, I used my Wagner heat tool and the Hero Arts embossing and watermark in clear. And I also use this EK Tools powder to keep from anything getting staticky on my black paper, which is what I used. And this is what I made. So it says, "To my favorite cottontail, hopping by to wish you a happy Easter." And this one is going to my husband as well. But I just love the way it turned out. I cut these at a diagonal. I did no measuring. I just eyeballed it. And I just love it. And I hope he will too. So I thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Love you guys. Bye.